Ladies and gentlemen, Primetime CP23 here, back with another starter build video guide thing for Diablo 3 Season 12, Patch 2.6.1. Today we're going to be talking about the Demon Hunter, and it looks like my Demon Hunter's mojo is my cow. That's just kind of how it looks to me. Anyway, so today we're doing a GR20. As you can see, I'm about 63% done with it. Just kind of wanted to bring everybody up to speed. This is basically easy mode. So what I'm doing is I'm running around. If I get into a tight corner, I pop into chicken form. Of course, I don't have the Manajumas set, so it's not as awesome as it should be. But it's good for very short distances. I'm not using Spirit Walk because I'm basically just using Angry Chicken as my mobility skill. Because who needs actual mobility skills, right? And I pop in, I kill everything with fire bats, and I leave. And it's that simple. When I do come into the area, whoa, that was a weird collision. When I do pop into chicken form, since I got the 4-piece bonus of the Eric Kears set, I do get a Toad of Hugeness, which is very, very good, because that gives me damage reduction. It gives me a big toad that swallows a bunch of enemies, or I think it just swallows one enemy, but still. I'm not going to hit the conduit. I don't need it, and it wouldn't really help the video any, so there's not really much point. As has been the case with most of these videos, I am using one legendary in this build, and I will talk more about that here in just a second. Just give me a second to kill the Bone Warlock. Takes a second to actually kill the guy, but... Oop, out of mana. That's depressing. But that's why we have a generator. And dead. So as you can see, that was pretty much easy mode with no Paragon. Not very good items even. We'll talk about it in a second. By the way, I'm not actually going to use my Invigorating Gemstone. I just needed something to upgrade, and that was close. So anyway, so now that we've been over the gameplay, here is the equipment that we're using. Goldskin and Avarice Band, not important, not even used in the GR clear, but for an ancient, or for a legendary item, we are using the Staff of Chiropetra, or Chiroterra, whatever, because it's going to make Firebat's attack 100% faster, cost 75% less mana, and increase its damage by 150%. So my Firebats are attacking faster, they're hitting harder, and they're costing way less mana. That is a staff, and that's probably going to be one of the first things you want to upgrade anyway. So it's not terribly out of question to think that you might have one by the time you're doing a GR20. As always, we've just got the 4-piece bonus, marquee level gems, no legendary gems. For this particular build, for skills, we're using Poison Dart with the Numbing Dart rune just as a generator, just so that we have something to regain mana should we run out. We've got Fire Bats with the Cloud of Bats rune. You can also probably use Vampire Bats. I wouldn't recommend any of the other runes, but maybe Fire Bats so that it would get rid of the channeling cost. Then we've got Haunt, Lingering Spirits. The only reason we have that is for Rush of Essence, which, like I said, you don't really need. You don't really need Haunt or Poison Dart, or really even Zombie Dogs. You pretty much need Fire Bats, Hex with the Angry Chicken rune, so that you can go vroom vroom around everything. And then the Piranha Nado rune on Piranhas, so that you can group up some enemies and get them ready to get killed by Fire Bats. For passives, I've got Spirit Vessel, Cheat Death passive, don't really need it. Jungle Fortitude to reduce all damage taken. Rush of Essence to build up some spirit. And Confidence Ritual so that you deal 25% extra damage to enemies within 20 yards. As you can see, no Paragon, Paragon only in movement speed, just for convenience sake. And that is about it, ladies and gentlemen. So, as you can see, we got our GR20 done in 7 minutes and 7 seconds. I mean, just depending on what you roll for will kind of depend on, or will kind of determine what build you run. It's also possible that if the first thing you roll for is a Sacred Harvester, which is a ceremonial knife, it's possible that instead of getting that, you get like a Barber or something that could make this work with Spirit Barrage damage instead of Fire Bats. I mean, you could possibly get Vu's Juicer. I don't know that would make Spirit Barrage worth it. It's possible because it does give you an active Spirit Barrage damage boost, but I'm not positive. So, starting the season, you should kind of go with what you've got. You're going to want to build into a Fire Bats build with the Eric Ears set, so that's kind of why I went ahead and just put a Staff of Chiropetra in. So, you do get this giant-ass spider on screen with you, which is terrifying, and it does 4,000% weapon damage over how many seconds? Over 5 seconds. So that does quite a bit of damage as well. So overall, Witch Doctor has a very, very good start to the season and could very well be one of the best starter options for you. So, but ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and call that the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, this is Primetime CP23, and I'm out.